Hi, I'm Bill Hobson, and we're going to have some fun over the next few minutes as we explore some very good ways to care for your golf clubs when you travel. Here's the setting or the context for this conversation. Let's just pretend that the pandemic is a thing of the past. And finally, you and your friends can squeeze in that buddy's golf trip that you've been dreaming of for years to that bucket list destination that's been on your list for a very long time. In fact, you're so excited, you've spent the last few days packing. You've got 4 pairs of shoes, the rain gear, the shorts, the sunblock, some snacks. You've got pretty much everything. And then just as you get ready to head to the airport, you remember you don't really have a good way to take care of your golf clubs because nobody wants to arrive at the destination and find that your favorite driver has been snapped at the head thanks to the careful TLC given to it by the various airlines and our friends at TSA. So what do we do about that? Well, for a number of years in my world, we've done a couple different things, that one of which definitely needs to go away. My son has been using for a long time this Intech very loose canvas, basically elaborate, exaggerated, glorified towel, which has no support whatsoever up at the top. And thankfully, we've planned ahead so that whenever he's had to use this, he has put his head cover clubs in my bag, because my bag has been the coffin. For like 20 plus years, this bag boy, which has 3 sections to it, has gone with me to, well, really all over the world. And I don't have any complaints about the bag boy, except as bags get a little bit lighter and a little bit bigger and the carryability of them has increased, so has the distance across the top of the bag. And so at this point, this beautiful Maverick bag from our friends at Callaway, it'll fit height-wise with all the clubs, no problem, but it won't fit this way. So I have to explore some other options. And by the way, it's not just because that bag's too big, that's a carry bag, but because the width on all the new bags seems to be kind of in that same vein. So we know that we're not going to use the coffin, and my understanding, for reasons that I don't really know, is that a lot of people think anybody who uses a hard shell case on a road trip has a screw loose. I kind of think maximum protection is a pretty good idea, but there are some really good soft cover options for you to care for your clubs, and we're going to look at a couple of those first. We're going to start off with the Caddy Daddy Phoenix. Retails for $120. Let's open it up and take a look. Sometimes the unboxing of the product can be the biggest challenge of all. This is a beautiful bag. It is huge, and unlike the canvas version that I showed you a couple moments ago that my son had been using, which had absolutely no support up top, there is a built-in protective shell right here around the top. This bag has all kinds of space inside of it and 3 extra pockets on the outside for your extra gear. Now, this is a pretty cool deal because the Caddy Daddy Phoenix retails for only $120. That's pretty solid considering all the protection that it gives you. Now, all these outside straps, of course, will go around your bag to make it even more secure. And just to fully complete the demonstration, I'll take my son's bag, which is pretty full, pretty decently heavy, and certainly fully stocked of clubs. I'm going to try and just slide her right in here and see how easy or difficult that process might be. And as we get the Phoenix all the way up to the top, there's actually a little bit of extra room so that the top of the drivers are not compressed. And then once we got everything settled in, of course, you'd want to tighten everything up so that there isn't much play in there. Now, I would still recommend that you bring something, whether it's a cut-off broomstick or a elongated plunger, and a lot of the companies also sell spacers that allow you to get even more stability up top and give some relief to your head covered clubs. But this is a great fit, a really nice bag, and I love the extra padded pockets on the outside that give you some more room to put other things. So this is the Caddy Daddy Phoenix, retails for about $120. One last thing about the Phoenix I don't want to forget. We talked about the padding up here. We talked about the 3 extra pockets on the outside, the extra protection in the top here. This also has wheels on it, so you're not lugging it on your own. You can easily roll this to the car, from the car, through the airport if you need to, without really having to struggle too much. So an excellent extra feature on the Caddy Daddy Phoenix. Again, retails for $120. Next up, let's dig into the Bag Boy Freestyle wheeled travel cover. This one retails for $230, and Bag Boy, of course, is one of the premier names in golf travel. So I can't wait to see what's inside this box. And in case you're wondering, by the way, none of these companies have paid us to do this. This is not a sponsored video. You can go and buy whatever travel bags you want, but I have a feeling that of the 3 we're going to feature, you're going to want one of them at least. Well, I can tell you right now that Bag Boy is going to win the packaging award, because coming out of that box in accordion-like fashion was about the easiest thing I could have dreamed of. So thank you, Bag Boy, for the thoughtfulness in the early part of the process, which is just getting access to the bag. And I hope you could tell in the sped up video that this entire bag folds up into this cube so that when you're not using it, you don't just have this huge column of canvas laying around. This is awesome. So it folds right down. I don't even know if you need me to describe a whole lot of this, because here's the inside. This couldn't be easier. Zips all the way down. You've got some straps inside to hold things tight. And then also within this outside flap, we've got a mesh pocket where you can put some other items that you may need. And every part of this Bag Boy is heavily padded. I mean, heavily. I mean, it feels like Kevlar. I'm sure it's not, but it feels like Kevlar. And this thing is fantastically secure. There's also a pocket on the front for your shoes and other things. And of course, wheels on the bottom. In this case, 4 wheels on the bottom, making that rolling process even easier. And you can see why Bag Boy continues to be the leading brand, really, in protecting your golf clubs. I grabbed another bag from our golf room here just to show you how easy your sticks can come into this one. And again, we've got multiple head covers in here and a few wedges. We just set it directly in, close the flap. Zipper up, and we're literally ready to roll. This is good stuff. Love this one. Again, the retail on this from Bag Boy is about $230, and this is called the Freestyle. Well, to this point, we have shown you the Phoenix from Caddy Daddy with a retail of roughly $120. We have shown you the Freestyle from Bag Boy with a retail of around $230. And our final entry into the conversation takes us into the hard case category, and this is the Vault from a company called Golf Travel Bags. Now, the reason that I break this out is probably mostly tied to my addiction to a hard shell protective case for flights. I get too nervous about the soft shelled cases because the last thing any of us wants is to have one of our clubs ruined. So when I'm in the States and when I'm driving to a TV shoot, I'll normally use a soft covered case to protect my clubs in the back of a vehicle so that equipment and other luggage doesn't fall on it and crush it. Whenever I go on an airplane, I really want to have some hard case protection, and this thing provides just that. This Vault, and as you can tell, I just took it out of the box. This is the first time any of us are laying eyes on it. This thing is beautiful, and my guess is that you could fit a family of 4 in here. Now, I want to say something first about the size of the golf bags some of you are traveling with. Friends, hear me. Unless you're a PGA Tour player or a Champions Tour player or an LPGA Tour player, you don't need to take the big staff bags. I've got staff bags. You don't need them on a golf getaway. You don't need them on a buddy's trip. put everything over in your carry bag. Listen, we know this. If you have one of these, you also have a smaller bag. And so whether or not you're using that at your home club, that's wonderful. You can impress everybody with it. When I'm shooting a TV show for Michigan Golf Live or the Fore Golfers Network, I use what Callaway has sent, and that is this year's beauty is from the Maverick line. But when we're doing things kind of for fun or with friends or just a quick getaway, we're going to switch over to a lighter bag, a smaller bag, a carry bag. In this case, a beautiful version of all of the above. And we're going to try this right in the vault right now in front of all of you watching. The bag goes in, and without hesitation, she is in, she is latched. Here's my handle up top. There are my wheels on the back, and we are ready to roll. Love it. That's not too bad for straight out of the box. So thank you to Golf Travel Bags for introducing us to the vault. Whether you choose the Phoenix from Caddy Daddy or the Freestyle from Bag Boy or the Vault from Golf Travel Bags, I hope you'll choose something to better protect your clubs than perhaps you have been up until this point, because nothing can ruin a bucket list golf getaway more quickly than discovering upon arrival that your clubs have been damaged. So we'll put links to each of these 3 bags in the description below, and I hope you'll check it out, and I hope that your next golf getaway is everything you've been dreaming it would be. Go make some birdies, have some fun. Thanks for watching.